Welcome to our reading this week at the Zen Den. My name is Victoria, and this week I'm going to be pulling from the Akashic Tarot. Love this deck. And as many of you know, we are having our new moon eclipse in Aries. It will happen on Monday morning Pacific time. It's about 11, a little after 11 a.m. Pacific time, if you are in that area. And this eclipse, you may have noticed maybe in the past couple of weeks, this eclipse period has brought about endings, new beginnings, transitions, and it's affecting everyone in different ways. And what I recommend, of course, you can do your own guidance and inner soul searching, but I like to call in the guides, the ascended masters, the archangels, our guardians of light, ancestors of light, to assist us as we're moving through this transformational process that is causing these shifts, and it is calling for super big healing in our lives in certain areas. And some of those areas, you may look at your astrological chart to see where the Aries and Libra signs fall in your house system, and then look to those houses to get a greater understanding of what areas it would kind of happen in your life, but it will specifically happen in relationships of different types in those areas. So karmic relationships, especially romantic relationships, love relationships, a lot of that kind of transition and things like that are in alignment with our best and highest good, coming to a close, and like the opportunity for a greater healing and alignment with being in our true higher presence, higher self to a greater degree, depending on what we choose. And also studying about the Centaur, Chiron, the wounded healer, the idea of like the phrase I'm sure you've heard, healer, heal thyself. This is a time of inward healing, great inward healing. And that is so important right now, whether you're taking just some time to love and appreciate oneself and to know how valuable oneself is, and really feel that into a core and deep cellular level as far as possible is so important right now. Cannot stress that so much. So, and usually those things that are not supporting our value are what is kind of being prompted to fall away, and we may not understand completely all the ins and outs, or we may see it very clearly. So and it's just interesting, I have this candle that's flickering, and like it just gave off like a poof of little smoke when I said that. We may see it very clearly. But of course, calling in the light of spirit, the light of presence, to kind of make that as graceful as possible. Also, you can also work with the violet flame, Saint Germain. I have my Saint Germain right here with me. Look him up if you haven't. If you don't know who Saint Germain is, he works with the violet flame of transmutation that transmutes, again, that little puff of smoke, down to a cellular level, down to an atomic level. So when it's transforming on an atomic level, it's transforming through space and time. And that's also where we get the idea of ancestral healing, humanity healing, karmic healing, back to like restoring to the original natural state, unqualified with negative, harmful, traumatic experiences, that the cell replicates as it moves forward. So that's that alignment I'm seeing, coming back to its original pure state and blueprint. Like that God presence, God is presence, spirit presence, and that spirit molecule of perfection, right? So I hope that makes sense to you. Remember, always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You will always find the perfect message for you on your pathway. Okay, so the first card is the Queen of Forces, and it's so funny because this card, ever since I've had this deck, reminds me of an eclipse. I mean, you see the sun and the moon right there. Powerful card. She is wielding and working with the powers and the forces of nature and the forces of the elements here. So tomorrow, when this eclipse happens, this new moon happens, the sun and the moon will be conjoined at 19 degrees Aries, along with Chiron, and we are calling in that greater healing. We are looking at the feminine and masculine aspects of ourselves, coming to an alignment, receptive and projective, and what are we birthing? What kind of healing are we birthing? What kind of emphasis are we having moving forward? I encourage you to write this down, release gracefully what no longer serves, whether you're writing it out in an easy, graceful way, sending love. You can do the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, I bless you, and it's like, you know, and you can do that many times. It really helps, along with the violet flame. Ho'oponopono prayer is so amazing. If you have not looked up that Hawaiian prayer, please do. I'm going to read the Akashic prayer for this because I do feel that it's powerful for us to hear. Okay. I'm going to read this part first. Okay. So the Queen of Forces is a leader, and she is reflecting the ability and the choice to choose to support oneself. She holds the forces of the sun, creativity, and the moon, receptivity. And it is your choice to direct this energy in your life at this time. And the Akashic forces fill the Queen of Forces approach. She offers all sorts of support and energy. Who is she in your life? Find the Queen of Forces within. Take a deep breath. Tap into that inner part of you that rules the forces of the world, knowing that you are directing these forces with goodwill, healing, integrity, grace, and whatever other qualities that you want to put forward in that. The next card that we have is the Buddha Prepares. The Buddha Prepares. And I feel like as I'm recording this, we are in the day before. You may see this the night before, you may see this the day of, but I feel like we are preparing and we are in meditation. We are ready to move forward with who we are becoming, the new being that we are becoming. This is in traditional tarot, the Death card. So we are sitting in that state of transformation, and that's like usually before the snake sheds its skin, before that emergence happens, before the butterfly can emerge fully, it's gaining the strength, it's preparing. There's so many different parallels and reflections you can see this in. Close your eyes and reach to the Buddha within. Feel the peace and easy understanding that there's a time to every purpose under the sun. Feel your own sense of purpose stirring softly within you. Soon you'll be ready to serve. So I would encourage you to write down your new moon intentions, write down your vision, your greater vision, connect with your higher presence, your God, Goddess self, and commune and write down what you want to bring forward. This is the new moon in Aries. This is the beginning of a new zodiacal cycle, the sun and moon coming together in the first sign of the zodiac. Very important. Last card is 8 of Scrolls, Paths Unknown. We have these choices before us. What paths will we take? This card reveals that you've been traveling on a path that's known to you. It shows you the way to the expected outcomes, but there are two other paths that aren't as clear. Remember, if you stay with only the known and seemingly safe, you won't catch the unseen opportunities that can come your way. Some options may be unexpected and perhaps a little risky. Don't be so attached to your agenda that you miss them. Happily, during this phase, you can investigate unknown paths and make the decisions that lie before you with confidence. You are flexible and brave enough to step into the shadows. Stay alert. Extraordinary opportunities abound in the least expected places. And the Akashic force for this one is close your eyes and see a path cloaked in shadow before you. It might be a little scary because it's unknown. Step right into the shadow and feel yourself fill with the excitement of uncertainty and unknown opportunity. Are you ready for a surprise? And I think this is so trippy that it says step into the shadow, because tomorrow, or when you watch this, the eclipse is happening. So there will be a shadow as it, as the eclipse is happening. And it's like, and a lot of times people associate that shadow with negativity, but perhaps it is in some instances, maybe we can see things a little bit clearer in a certain way of what we need to see, at least in what this card is reflecting to us. The light isn't so bright, we could see something else that is being held, space is being held. So it's interesting with the endings and beginnings and things happening that aren't expected. Call on your guides, call on your guardians of light, and trust your heart as you're moving forward. And no need to make huge steps. Take steps that make sense, incremental, that feel appropriate, feel good in your heart center, on a cellular level, that your body feels good with. And remember, Mercury is retrograde, so communication could feel off. Maybe it's a time of more inner communication, and then be preparing further for outer communication when it's a more appropriate time, and knowing from that feeling within as you're being guided, as we're all being guided. So yes, let us move forward. And I think this is it's just a beautiful card. We have helpers and friends along the way, and really holding gratitude and appreciation for those friends and support systems that really do love and appreciate us in so many ways, and acknowledging it. So sending you so much love and many blessings. I am doing readings over Zoom if you'd like to book one. Astrology, tarot, and oracle. Sending you so much love. Oh, and I may have a class coming up soon for, again, the Sacred Circle and the Archangels of the Four Quarters. So keep a weather eye for that. Look out for that.